Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Absolutely missed you yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the book, though. I hope you enjoyed the recording that we had for you. Yesterday was Ruby Bridges Walk to School Day, and so was participating in that, and could not be here live with you all, but missed you, and I hope that you enjoyed the book that we had. We did read It's So Quiet from Sherry Daskirinka and Tony Fuchile, but today we do have another amazing book coming our way, and this one is from MARION, DANE, BAUER and EKUA HOLMES, and this one is called The Stuff of Stars. Thank you so much for joining us here on Story Time. Happy Wednesday wherever you are. I hope that you've had a great week. I hope that this Wednesday is good to you, and yeah, you and yours. Thank you so much for joining us here on Story Time. Exciting books coming up. And then we will be taking a week off next week. So just so you know, but we'll be putting up a fantastic lineup of books for you to enjoy throughout the week. But before then, too, lots of great books to come your way, including today's, which we've mentioned already, of course, The Stuff of Stars. And then tomorrow we bring you Time for Bed, Old House. And then If You Come to Earth will be here on Friday. So lots of great books to look forward to. And then to this coming month, yes, not too long in the new month, on December 9th. So just over 3 weeks away, we will be having the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair at Emerson Elementary in Oakland. Yes, it is being co-hosted by the Emerson Parent Teachers Association, the PTA at Emerson Elementary. And this will also be this year a fundraiser for Emerson Elementary. So if you're in the area, please come on out and support not only your local creators with the Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair, but Emerson Elementary, your local elementary school as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And of course, if you can make it and be there with us, well, help spread the word. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. There'll be lots of things happening on that day, including come and meet the authors, creators of many wonderful books. Hopefully different organizations come in to help. There'll be the bike blender there, so come and make yourself a smoothie. Pedal away and make yourself a smoothie. I cannot wait to do that. And lots and lots. And of course, Storytime will be there too. Yes, so come on and join us on that lovely, hopefully it's a lovely Saturday. I think it will be. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And as you know too, Emerson, there's great parking. It's close to a lot of areas a lot of things in the Temescal area as well. So you can make it a day, combine it with stuff. Come on out to the Social Justice Holiday Book Fair, have fun with us, and then of course do other things close by as well if needed. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Kristen, thank you so much for joining in. New profile picture I see. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Owen, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you here on Storytime. Miles, thank you for joining in as well. We're sending you love, 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 love. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. And hopefully that means that you're back feeling fit and great and back at school. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, whether you're joining us live or indeed joining us later on for the recordings. Another beautiful frost out there in Massachusetts. We need to send you a photo. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know the drill. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today. And yeah, glad we're here together. Please stay warm. Send us those beautiful pictures. Let us look at them. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Our book today is called The Stuff of Stars, bringing this one back. And it is from MARION, DANE, BAUER, and EKUA HOLMES. And we are reading this one with permission of the publishers, CANDLEWICK. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break. Thank you indeed for being here, friends. Absolutely love
it. Have you ever wondered what makes you special? Maybe it's the color of your eyes. Maybe it's something that you can do, like sing. Well, with my brand new book, I See Me, you'll find out exactly what makes you awesomely special. Make sure you keep in touch with me on my social media handles and at Just in Time for Storytime. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamont.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Catching myself as reading something, and it kind of took my mind to down a different rabbit hole. So we won't go there though. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Glad you're here with us, and I hope that you're ready for this amazing book that we have to read together, This Stuff of Stars. And it is written by MARION, DANE, BAUER, illustrations by EKUA HOLMES, and we are reading it with permission of the publishers, CANDLEWICK Press. Here we go. Brand new book, The Stuff of Stars, written by MARION, DANE, BAUER, illustrations by EKUA HOLMES, and read with permission of the publishers, CANDLEWICK Press. In the dark, in the dark, in the deep, deep dark, a speck floated, weighty as God. There was yet no time, there was yet no space, no up, no down, no edge, no center. In the dark, in the deep, deep dark. No earth with soaring hawks, scuttling beetles, trees reaching for the sky. There was no sky, no you, no me, only the speck, waiting, waiting, waiting. And then the beginning of all beginnings went bang. Yes, there was no earth, no trees reaching for the sky, no scuttling beetles, no sky. And then the beginning of all beginnings went bang. And in a trillionth of a second, our universe was born. A cloud of gas, unfolded, unfurled, zigged, zagged, stretched, collided, expanded, expanded and expanded some more. Bits bumped, gathered, fused. And in a trillionth of a second, our universe was born. A cloud of gas unfolded, unfurled, zigged, zagged, stretched, collided, expanded, expanded, expanded. Bits bumped, gathered, fused. And throughout the cosmos, stars caught fire. Trillions of stars, but still no planets to attend those stars. And if no planets, well, there are no oceans, no mountains, no hippopotami, no violets blooming in a shady wood, no crickets singing to the night, no day, no night. The stars burned and burned and burned so long and so hot that some of them exploded, flinging stardust everywhere. The stars burned and burned. They burned so long and so hot that some of them exploded. Boom! Flinging stardust everywhere. And the ash of those dying stars gathered into planets, and the planets circled other stars. But still, no bluebirds, no butterflies, still, no snails, no giraffes, still, no you, no me. The planets closest to their star stayed very hot. The ones far away grew very cold. The planets closest to their star stayed very hot. The ones far away grew very cold. But one lucky planet, a fragile blue ball we call Earth, was neither too hot nor too near. It circled its yellow star, the one we call the sun, from just the right distance and with just the right tilt to be sometimes warm, sometimes cool. Yeah, some planets were too close and too hot. Some of them were too far away and too cold from their stars. But one lucky planet, a fragile blue ball we call Earth, was neither too far nor too near. It circled its yellow star, the one we call the sun, from just the right distance and with just the right tilt to be sometimes warm, sometimes cool. Lucky is the word there for sure. One lucky planet. Perfect for turning that starry stuff into mitochondria, jellyfish, spiders, into ferns and sharks, into daisies and galloping horses. Again and again, stardust gave birth to stardust. planet we call Earth, at just the right distance from its star, is sometimes warm, sometimes cool. Perfect for turning that starry stuff into mitochondria, jellyfish, spiders, into ferns and sharks, into daisies and galloping horses. Again and again, stardust gave birth to stardust. Dinosaurs lived and died, making room for humans. Our great, great, great grandparents and all before them lived and died, making room for more and more children. Then, one day, in the dark, in the dark, in the deep, deep dark, another speck floated, invisible as dreams, special as love. Just making sure I didn't skip a page. There we go. Special as love. Waiting, waiting, dividing, changing, growing, until at last you burst into the world. Yeah. And one day, one tiny speck, one speck in the dark, in the deep, deep dark, another speck floated, invisible as dreams, special as love. Waiting, waiting, dividing, changing, growing, until at last you burst into the world. Yeah. You took a big breath of the same air once breathed in by woolly mammoths. You cried tears that were once salty seas. Your hair once the carbon in a leaf. Wow. Isn't that beautiful, the interconnectedness? How nature regenerates. You took a big breath of the same air once breathed by woolly mammoths. You cried tears that were once salty seas. Your hair once the carbon in a leaf. You and the velvet moth, the caterpillars, the lions, you and the singing whales, and larks, the frogs. You and me, loving you. You and me, loving you. All of us, the stuff of stars. Yes, indeed. You and me, loving you. All of us, the stuff of stars. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Always a pleasure to be here with you. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break.
Hi, I'm Jen D. Oliveira, the author-illustrator of Reggie Kid Penguin, and you're watching Storytime with Mr. LaMotta.
Welcome back indeed. Thank you, Jen De Oliveira. Please do check out Reggie Kid Penguin. And I know that the second installment of that series is coming up. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, ask for it at your local library. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful, beautiful story, The Stuff of Stars, MARION, DANE, BAUER, and EKUA, HOLMES, and of course, CANDLEWICK Press. Thank you so much to all the creators, and of course, today in particular, Candlewick Press, for allowing us to share such a wonderful book here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for joining us. I appreciate that. Thank you indeed for being here with us as well. Thank you. Yes, indeed, Christian Costa. Isn't it such a great book? Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, and you are very welcome. Please keep sending in those pictures, keep sending in those recommendations. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. And of course, Owen, thank you for joining us as well on Storytime. Good morning to you, Ari. And Ari asked me to say morning ingredients to you. Yes, indeed, Kathy. You are part of the morning ingredients here on Storytime. You know, everybody really that joins in, you're a part of the morning ingredients, and everybody is joining us later on. You make this place special. You make this community what it is indeed. Thank you so much for joining in. Ari, always managing to make me laugh, even when not here live. Thank you so much for joining in. Ari and Megan, sending you hugs as well out there in Kentucky. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining us out in Orange County. Thank you so much for being here. Osborne, Mama and Papa, thank you so much for joining in. Always good to see you here, April and Lauren, and saying good morning for Sleepyheads, Jameson, Alicia, and Lindley. Have a fantastic day. Well, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day yourselves out there. I hope that it is just that fantastic and good to you. A great one indeed. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And yeah, thank you. Thank you indeed. I hope that it is one full of laughs. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Always good to have you here with us. Thank you indeed for joining in. And we know that it is cold out there. Frost is out in Massachusetts. Well, please do stay warm, friends. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. This has been Storytime for today, and we were reading The Stuff of Stars, and this one is written by MARION, DANE, BAUER, illustrations by EKUA, HOLMES, and we were reading it with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. The sweet books keep coming here to Storytime, and tomorrow we bring back another one from Candlewick Press, and this one is called Time for Bed, Old House. Yes, come on in and join in the fun. This one is illustrated by A.G. Ford and written by Janet Costa Bates. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And if the name A.G. Ford sounds familiar, well, A.G. Ford is responsible for the beautiful illustrations that we see in the construction site series that is written by Sherry Dusker-Rinker. Thank you so much for joining us here, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. What's happening, Storytime? Well, December 9th, Storytime will be at Emerson Elementary right here in Oakland. Come on and join us. It'll be a fundraiser in conjunction with the Emerson PTA. It is the annual Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair coming to you. So come on out and join us. Meet the authors. Lots of fun for kids. Come on out and get books, have fun, meet the authors, and of course there'll be a bike blender as well there, so come and make yourself a smoothie. There'll be face painting. So much will be happening on that day. The 7th Social Justice Children's Book Holiday Fair is happening at Emerson Elementary on December 9th. And guess who will be hosting that? Well, Storytime will be there, and we are doing this in conjunction with Emerson Elementary Parents Teachers Association. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime, and I hope you enjoyed the book that we had for you. A great lineup that is coming your way, so be sure to catch those. 2 more to go. Time for Bed, Old House, and If You Come to Earth, that one written by Sophie Blackwell. So come on out and join us and enjoy these wonderful books. And of course, I hope that you can make it if you're in the area, or indeed let your friends know to come on out and join us at Emerson Elementary on December 9th. Thank you so much for being here, friends. This has been Storytime for today. To everybody that's joining in live, we thank you, appreciate you, and wish you a wonderful day. And everybody else as well that is joining us later on for for the recordings, well, drop us a message. Let us know you were here so we can say hi to you next time. But absolutely appreciate you. And I hope most of all, you enjoy the stories and, of course, learn a thing or two from them. Thank you so much for being here in community with us on Storytime. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. One more time, Owen, thank you for joining us. Alicia, Lindley, and Jemison, wake up. Thank you so much for joining us out there in Orange County. Ari joining us later on. Soraya, we know you're also joining in later. Well, thank you so much to everybody that's coming here to Storytime. And if I missed your name, well, I hope to catch you next time. Be sure to leave me a message. Remind me to say hi. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with more Storytime. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada,